One. Yes, live.
Suspense. Suspense.
Chaos is happening.
I've already failed today.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to the That's How We Roll channel. Thank you so much for being here. We see a lot of many faces we know, well, don't know, but names we know in chat and some that we don't. And it's so great to see everyone here. Thank you so much. As you can see, the channel is now affiliated. Woo!
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations. Thank you, everyone who sticks around through the ads. Appreciate that. It supports the channel. Thank you so much for the subscriptions, and we're going to have fun using channel points. We're going to get it all set up eventually, so we're working on it, but thank you guys for being here and for all of your support. You guys are here to see Fantastic Kings and Where to Find Them, a 6-week adventure that takes place in my homebrew 5e D&D world. Your players that you see before you are playing level 6 characters. And before we move on to anything else, let's get to know our players a little bit, starting with April.
Hello, hi, I'm April. You can find me everywhere as April Raygun, and today I'm playing Nira. And every time you see me here, it's not. I'm always playing Nira, the Kobold Bard. Are we doing the popcorn thing again? Are we doing that again, David?
Yeah, round robin.
Eating popcorn here. We don't talk about the fact that we're going to do popcorn. We do it.
Surprise popcorn.
First, I want to say thank you so much to Tricky Bacon for Amazon Prime subscribing.
Woo!
Woo!
Yay.
And that's all the introduction I'm going to do. Just kidding. I'm Lee. I'm Lee at Goldberg 337 all across the things. You know me, you know my pancake art. You don't know me, it's because you don't know what pancakes are. I play David, the druid of the party who wants nothing more than to not be a druid. And he's a gnome, and he does magic things. And he brings Kira along with him. Popcorn to Duval.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jacob Plicque, Duval King Jacob, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you can find me publicly, I suppose. I'm a co-founder of the Amphitheater, where we play TTRPGs and video games, empathy and diversity numero uno. And I'm also the dungeon master for Duval and Dragons, so many games and a bunch of other really cool stuff. And tonight, as per usual, I'm playing Kotatar. He's a Githzerai, Horizon Walker Ranger, and I'm sure things will be just fine. Everything's gonna be good, ain't that right? Dan, the man who makes me want to cry sometimes with puns.
Oh, is that you calling me out? All right.
Yep.
Thanks, Duval, to handing over the torch. I'm Daniel Denova. I'm a voice actor from New Zealand, also an illustrator for things such as Flesh and Blood, and so on. I have my own channel that I manage that I'm not on because it's not me, obviously. It's a little tiefling called Hain. I'm a manager, not me. But I also do other cheeky little things, such as play on this wonderful stream here. I play San Leon, a Dhampir Barbarian rogue who is a little bit sassy and also likes to make puns and make Duval's life hell. But that's about enough from me. Over to Silva.
Ooh, that's me, otherwise known as Dani, aka otherwise known as Bitterthorn on the internet. Hello. And I, cosplay and make content and play in games with friends. And today I am playing Silva, the Fire Genasi Warlock of this group, and someone who is going through a little bit of an internal crisis after some conversations last week. So that's it for me. I'd like to hand it off to Damien.
Huzzah! Hello! I am the originator of this channel. I am Damien. But we have all these wonderful people here today. Thank you, Hope, for DMing, as always. I run the socials so that you'll see me doing social stuff. And today I am playing Reginald Bellagamba, Marquis de la Sackville, Rune Knight of Eladrin descent. is me.
And I am Hope LaVelle, your DM for the night. You can watch me play an 80-year-old lady on Children of Erte every Tuesday on the Demi-Plane channel. She's lots of fun. But tonight, I get to be a dungeon master and play lots of different characters and do lots of really great things. Great things. All right, I'm very excited for tonight. You can tell.
I'm terrified.
Before we get started, we are going to do our Indigenous acknowledgements of land, and I'm going to pass it over to Dani first for that.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. We would just like to acknowledge the different lands that were inhabited by the people indigenous to the areas long ago before, different things brought us here, such as colonization and other really bad things. But yeah, for the U.S. friends, we have people living on the lands of the Hohokam tribe, the Tumakua, Creek and Cherokee, and the Fernandino Tataviam tribes. I always try to say them so fast and they trip over my words. But one thing I think that is way more important than acknowledging the land that we're on is acknowledging our responsibility to it and taking care of the land that we are on and where we are, because it is the only one we get. So the best you can do is not just acknowledge the land you live on, but have a responsibility to it as well. Thank you very much.
And move on to New Zealand with Daniel.
G'day, from Aotearoa, New Zealand, land of the long white cloud. We acknowledge basically that we came along with our European silly little boats at one point or other, way after the first people, the Maori people. But thankfully, over time, we're pretty chill. But we'd like to just keep that up and acknowledge that we were definitely latecomers to the party. Yes, but absolutely, just keep it chill. And make sure that everyone on this small island that is prone to sinking every so often stays afloat in the people department. Mm-hmm.
And for Australia, we go to Damien.
Thank you very much. I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which I am playing from today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. Thank you.
All right, and with that, everyone settle in for the 4th episode.
Announcement.
Oh, yes.
That's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go announcement. No.
I love it.
No, I wanted to announce, cool things are definitely coming, and along with the news of our affiliate status, we also next week are going to start giving out Electrum chest codes for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. If you know the game, play the game, it's a really fun game, and we are going to start having chest codes every week for as long as they'll let us, and as long as we're here.
Code straight from our chests.
Yes. It was supposed to be today, but I stuffed up time zone. Sorry.
We didn't need to tell him that.
Well, starting next week, you can enjoy the game while you enjoy the game. And by that, I mean, you play. What's great about Idle Champions is, you just put it on idly while you listen and play, and it's perfect. So, yes, you'll be able to get a chess code by next week and onward as things come down the path.
And
all right, anything?
Idle Champions is free.
Yes.
True.
Get a free game with some free loot, with a free game that you're listening to. It's great. It's so many free things. I love it.
And they give out so much
Whoa. Stuff. It's great.
Thank you so much, Lee. I really appreciate that you went through the trouble of doing that. And
thank you, Lee.
We're excited about that.
Thanks, Lee.
Anything else? Or else we will settle in and go towards our chapter 4 of Fantastic Kings and where to find them.
I wasn't scared to Oh!
We'll start with our recap. So last what just happened? Okay, never mind. I don't want to know.
Alexa, I'd like a long rest.
You can tell we're prepping for some really insidious stuff.
So, last episode, we found our adventurers on the Sea of Mirrors, where they found themselves facing themselves, identical reflections of themselves in the flesh that would not allow them to pass a threshold because they were literally blocking the way. So the players had to solve the puzzle on how to get past these or to get rid of these doppelgangers. And very cleverly, San Leon decided to have everyone close their eyes, because if you can't see it, does it exist? And definitely was one of the ways to solve the puzzle. So very well done. You guys passed through the threshold, your reflections, boom, back to where they were supposed to be, underneath you in this reflection pool. And you guys carried on and found yourselves in the company of a giant ship. This ship had 3 crewmates on it, a musketeer-like captain, a big brute of a pirate named Thacker, and a little kid named Little One, who was just enthusiastic to meet you guys. You got to have a short rest and tell stories and entertain and learn, and you guys learned from these pirates that you guys were in the realm of the Nightmare King. You don't really know exactly what that means yet, but it's maybe hopefully starting to connect as to what's going on, and you might know that the Nightmare King has this lost king, this stolen king that you guys found before you went in, or found, quote, quote, before you went into the portal. A tornado then hit the ocean or the sea, and completely destroying the pirate ship and maybe those who were on it. You guys managed to escape and find shelter on the shore in makeshift houses, one made of sticks, one made of bricks. Don't know who made them or who put them there, but they were there. I'll say some of you tried to save Little One or anyone who was in the tornado. Did not succeed as far as you know. And after the chaos of the tornado passed, you guys found yourselves in a quiet time, a quiet place. Everything seemed calm. And you decided to take this chance to go back into the brick house that protected you from the storm and take a long rest. A long needed long rest. And that is where we will begin. You guys had talked about setting up watches, and if I'm correct, and I scroll through my 27 pages of notes, it was going to be Reginald and Nira for the first watch, David and Kier for second watch, San and Kotatar for third watch, and Silva just taking a full-on rest.
Getting all that beauty sleep.
Getting that beauty sleep.
Let's be nice.
All right, so I will pick it up as you guys have all come into the brick house. You guys, it's cramped. It wasn't made for humans. It definitely was made for some sort of smaller creature. So fitting you guys all in here it's a little tight, but you guys make do. What would you like to do before, if anything, before Reginald and Nira take their first watch?
I would just mention that my trance is only 4 hours, so I can technically join the third watch, or if necessary.
Yeah, if you would like.
Just sit awkwardly in the corner while they're watching.
Yeah.
I'm not part of
We
this.
just be reminded that Kotatar's weapon is an alarm, even when asleep, I think.
Yes.
Otherwise,
All right. Sounds like you guys all settle in. You find places to sit, sleep, lay your head, and Reginald and Nira, while everyone begins to trance or fall asleep, is there anything you would like to do besides something I need you to do for me? And actually, I'll have everyone do this now, just to get out of the way. I need Constitution saving throws at disadvantage.
Why?
Oh.
Why would we need to do that?
Oh, before you sleep? Oh, I don't know. Makes sense to me.
that taco I had earlier.
Oh no.
starting to break it.
Don't you dare bring Daco into this.
Reginald,
Really bad.
why?
Disadvantage.
Really,
Let's have
really
a
bad.
look, shall we?
Nat 1.
Wow.
Oh,
right.
Reginald.
That's not bad.
You know
did
how critically
slightly
fails
worse.
people.
So, on the disadvantage, I got a natural 20 and a 14 plus 5, so that's 19.
19.
Why do you always roll well? Far out.
I don't.
All right.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
Sorry,
okay.
I'm just pulling up a sheet.
That's fine. Kotatar.
4.
Love it. Love it. Nira.
No. 7.
Ah.
Single digits. Someone to die.
I got a 13
Don't
and a
worry.
16. A 13
Yeah.
and a
Samuel's
16,
just
so
sleeping.
the lowest is 17 total.
17 total.
nice.
Silva.
Alright.
David.
That's all right. Roll number 1. Roll, please. Okay, so the first roll is going to be 15, or it's a. Oh, that's not a great button.
Xbox.
Oh, yeah, so
Xbox.
15.
15?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. And that's your disadvantage.
yeah, I got
Yep.
a 15 and a 16.
Okay.
And then I accidentally rolled it again.
Is this a charm or frightened effect by chance? Ooh, I love that
There's a lot of
pause.
thought behind that,
I
yeah.
love that.
It could be.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ah.
Amazing.
Tell
So
me.
I would have advantage and thus a straight roll, which the other dice
So-
was still fairly low. So 9.
Fair. It's not a 4.
You took us on that whole roller coaster just to still fail.
Yep.
Is it a
Because it
charmed
was
effect?
really fun.
Is it a charmed effect? I have advantage on charmed, I just realized.
It is not.
Ah, damn it.
So
Is it?
I wonder what it is.
Is it charisma against
build up,
magic?
build up, build up, build up.
I'm trying. I don't know.
It's trying. Good try. Good try.
Can I counterspell it?
And you sleep. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Now you're resting. And Reginald and Nira, is there anything you'd like to do during your watch?
Yes. I want to have a talk with Nira.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. As you're doing that, Nira's like going through her stuff and like fiddling with like broken instruments and trying to put them back together and writing little notes in her notebook about what the instruments do.
Oh.
Nira, do you know what I am?
Humanoid? That's what you guys are, right?
Yeah, but do you know what specific type of humanoid I am?
I don't know. They all kind of just they're humanoids. You got 2 legs, you got 2 arms, you got a head. You do things.
Do you know
Never
what an
really
elf? Do you know what an
looked into
elf is?
Yeah. There's a couple.
Well, I guess people call us Eladrin. I guess you could call it a special type of elf. There's a magical land called the Feywild, and we have special connections to that. I've been really troubled about something.
What's that?
Well, as you can see, and you see a little flower bloom from his hair, and he gives it to you.
Okay.
I can change depending on the season. I can change every time I rest. I can look like this, having like a springtime effect. As you can see, there's another little flower blooms from his hair. And
Yeah,
the
I've seen you do that a couple times.
seasons are supposed to reflect my mood. So usually when I'm in the springtime, as is now my look, I am happy, joyous. But I feel the opposite. I feel so sad at the moment.
Why
I'm
sad.
I don't know. I think it's since we've come here, maybe even before, I don't know. I think whatever happened with with Oberon, it's just affected my whole demeanor. I'm thinking maybe if I can channel the energy of winter when I have a sleep, maybe the opposite will happen. Maybe I'll cheer up. I don't know.
So you want winter?
I don't want winter, but maybe winter will allow me to express this emotion, this sadness that I have.
And as you talk about winter, I'm going to prestidigitate. It's going to start smelling a little bit like snow and get a little bit colder around us. If you want
Ooh,
cold in winter, I
chilly.
can make it colder.
Oh, well, I can do that too, but that's very nice.
I mean, there's a lot. We've gone through a lot. And we haven't really unpacked anything we've gone through in the past 60 days with each other. Or really what happened to any of us before we met 60 days ago.
Yes.
But I don't think this place helps either.
I think we're in a pretty precarious situation. What do you think?
I just kind of go, you know? I've always just kind of walked forward and just kept going and never really thought a lot about it. That was other people in my family who thought a lot about it. I only started doing this because I picked up an instrument one day and it just worked.
I have a favor to ask you, and I'm not sure if it's inappropriate to ask or not, but when I sleep, I can contact the dreams of my ancestors. And when I wake, I can do things I couldn't do before. Maybe, since we are in such a precarious situation, maybe when I sleep, I can dream about instruments. And perhaps, if you have a spare instrument, I can borrow one.
She just starts digging through her bag and she pulls out like there's a triangle, a harmonica, a piece of the broken accordion, like a cracked cymbal. What kind of sound? What is your sound? Do you know do you have a sound?
I don't know. Are any of them magical? I feel like we need as much magic as we can get.
No. I mean, they can make magic if music and sound and stories are all magic to an extent. It all creates a thing in your mind and it can create worlds. And if you believe it, it just kind of, that's kind of how my magic works. I just kind of believe in the music and the story. And I am going to, what can I do? I'm going to pull out a triangle and I'm going to prestidigitate it so it starts making some light musical notes. Ooh. This one's magical.
What
I was wrong.
What does it do?
It randomly makes some light sounds. So if you sleep with it, maybe it'll make some light twinkling sounds for you and help lull you into a more comforting sleep.
Wow. I've never had such kindness before, except from Silva.
Oh,
Thank you.
Everyone deserves kindness.
Thank you. I will. Yes, if you allow me, I will have it, and perhaps even if I can use it in battle, it might do something. I don't know.
It could. Do you want a hug? Do you need a hug? Would that help?
Okay.
And because she's so little, she just kind of grabs your arm and like hugs your arm real tight.
And Reginald's
like,
very awkward, just like.
It's gonna be okay. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna figure it out. Silva and you, we're gonna go somewhere that's not here. That's not a nightmare realm. Literally nightmare in the title. And we'll talk. We'll all talk. And I think it'll be good. We just need a vacation.
Do you think I'll feel better after my sleep?
100%. There's nothing bad can happen to you in your sleep.
Okay. I will think on those words. Thank you. You know what? I still really don't understand you, but I know you have a good heart.
I try. And I'll every few seconds I prestidigitate the triangle so it makes noise. So
Okay. Says Nira, do you also, I think you can play some music for people to heal them better, or is that just for a short rest? Is that
that's for short rest. If we're taking a long rest, I don't really need to do that.
Do anything.
Unless anyone's real messed up.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Your time is passing pretty easily.
As they get close to the end, I'll go up on the broom and do like a quick around just to...
Outside?
Yes, just a quick check to make sure we're all good.
You go outside and you hop on the broom and you're once again greeted by that fog. It's everlasting. It's just there. It's stagnant. You go and you fly around. You see still the debris. You see the mirrored sea out there, and everything seems calm. There's not much going on outside.
Okay. Land come inside and give that message to whoever's next watch, as well as the broom.
Okay. Oh, great. Okay, so Reginald begins to start his trance with his triangle, and Nira wakes up David and hands you the broom. They're
just in case.
Thank you.
All right.
Is everything quiet? Is it? I guess we're doing all right so far.
Yeah, nothing really, nothing out there.
Nothing yet.
All right.
Reginald and I decided when we're done with this, we're having a vacation, all of us as a group.
That would be lovely. I don't know if we decided that, but yes, that would be lovely.
I think sometimes when an idea is said out loud by Nira, it's decided. But the idea of a vacation's never been in my cards, but
I think it would help everyone. Just a nice couple days somewhere without something trying to hurt us.
It sounds good to me.
Or without cities falling from. I'm going to sleep. This has been a lot.
Yes, yeah. I'm very tired, and I'm gonna like every few minutes like ding the triangle while I'm trancing. Like,
love it.
The chickens are tap dancing. They won't stop.
All right, so we'll go outside.
Prestidigitate like a barnyard smell real quick over San Leon.
So Cheer and I will go outside and let them sleep.
Okay, so you'll take the watch outside of the house. Okay. What would you like to do? Anything while your time passes?
I think the first thing that I'll do, I'll take the broom and, Cheer's just like floating there. Sometimes just because, he doesn't want me to feel bad that I can't fly. He'll just stand, but he could just be flying wherever he goes. But I like get the broom and I tap him on the forehead. Not today, buddy. Cheeseburgers. And we'll fly up. And so we'll do a quick patrol in the air.
You fly up with the call of cheeseburgers, and you fly up and you feel like the mist and the dew hit you from the fog as you just fly up, and it's almost just you're surrounded by this white cloud, and you kind of do circles around. You swoop down to where you can see the ground. You go up high. You don't, I'm going to assume, go too far away from the house itself. As far as you can see, without new territory.
Yeah, a safe spot. Like, just doing a perimeter to make sure nothing is incoming.
Yep.
Probably just enjoying flying on flying for.
Yeah.
And then after we feel good about that, he'll do kind of what he normally will do for his. He'll usually take a second or third watch because he also likes to. He gets his equipment out and he'll set up for a fire in the morning. He'll put equipment for coffee to be ready, and he'll get his pots and pans kind of set up. And I don't think he has all of that because we was in a tornado very recently, but he'll do what he can to basically prepare getting breakfast ready as best he can for the morning. So it's all mise en place, ready to go for the morning, and they'll just kind of sit and kind of take the cape that he's now wearing and just kind of rub it in his fingers. And David doesn't think that they're dead. The message in a bottle, I think, was proof enough for him that they're dream magic, there's something different. He thinks that part of it was their dream does not extend to the island, so that he's not thinking like, oh, the Nightmare King got us. He's thinking they don't belong here according to this realm stuff. So he's hopeful that he'll be able to return the cape one day. And so he's just thumbing it through his fingers and thinking.
As you do this, you're still sitting kind of on the beach outside of the house. You actually notice, and you're pretty sure not because of the fog, but the debris seems to have vanished.
Do I see like imprints where the debris was, or does it seem like it was never there?
I'll say that you can see imprints that something was there, the debris was there, but it's not there anymore.
No drag marks or anything. It's just It's not there.
Just not there.
So I think just with everything that's happened since the day he became a druid, he doesn't get surprised by that kind of stuff. He doesn't get like, where? It's just kind of like, magic, huh? It just kind of cements him feeling like, okay, they're probably all right. And yeah, so he'll just kind of look to Kier and look to his friends and just kind of continue his watch.
Your watch goes by uneventfully. Other than that bit of magic, you don't really see or hear anything else. So if there's anything else you'd like to do, or you can pass it off to San and Kotatar.
Yeah, I'll kind of gently, but enough to wake them up and be like, hey, first pot of coffee's brewing. You're up.
No, you seem very lovely. Did you see anything at all?
Yeah, there's a really big, like, six-headed monster that's about to come and swarm on us. That's why I just came over and nuzzled you awake and told you there was coffee. We're good.
I just pull out both my swords and start like kind of nonchalantly walking out the door, and then just go. We're doing all the jokes here. I love the jokes.
After David says that, he looks at Kotatar and just kind of is like.
Always the entertaining one.
It just
funny.
You can tell that David feels a lot calmer, a lot more like. He can feel the ground beneath his feet again because, like, he has conviction in the fact that they're okay. And sometimes he has to allow himself to believe those things fully to not get drowned by the weight of all the other stuff.
Kind of
Go on.
He kind of reads it on your face. Sometimes it helps to come from a realm where, in many cases, what you think simply becomes reality. They don't call it the plane of elemental chaos for nothing.
That place sounds terrifying to me. I don't think great, so I'll steer clear.
Do you ever want a tour? Besides, how else is my husband going to thank you for the gift?
Go first thing.
And
Would you like a cup of chamomile?
It said it's coffee. The pot has coffee in it.
I have chamomile for you before going to bed.
Oh no, I. It's been a day. I'll be able to sleep.
I walk over to the coffee and allow the deep and meaningful to continue.
And I think he'll try not to wake her, but kind of curl up. I'm guessing that Nira sleeps like in a curled up ball.
I 100% to describe it, but she walked in and like did 3 circles and just curled up. Like around a There's like a drum in their arms.
Oh, that's so cute.
So I'm guessing that David kind of doesn't do any circles, but sort of mimics that and curls next to Nira and like kind of just drapes the blanket or the cape over him and goes to sleep.
Do you hand either one of us the broom?
I leave it by the door,
It's gone already.
but I don't say anything because I kind of want that to be something that is like for me. So it's there to use, but I didn't mention it.
Okay.
Kotatar.
And
How do they fly with this thing? I always see them flying with it. I did it once, but it was because it was already...
cheeseburgers.
I fly upwards, and I hit the ceiling, and I fall down, and then the broom falls on me. I point at Kotatar, blowing hair out of my face, going, "You saw nothing."
And honestly, and if David hasn't fallen asleep, this is probably the first time that you've seen Kotatar with a smile on his face.
Oh, live it up, big guy. Live it up. Coffee?
Reginald will be awake from his trance at this stage, by the way.
You're welcome to join us if you want. On the roof, maybe?
Certainly on Kotatar, and you see his skin slowly start to turn a shade of blue. I think I need some time alone. I'll talk to you later. And he'll go into the forest, if there is one, and just...
You leave the house and you walk away?
Not too far, just a little far, and contemplate his thoughts.
All right, you step out of the house. Everyone, watches you go. You've now turned a shade of blue. If anyone knows of Eladrin, you'll know that he has gone into his winter, and he kind of disappears into the fog.
I think even like as he's about to, try and stay within near a yell shot.
So pretty far then.
Yeah, pretty far.
All right. Kotatar, Sanleon, is there anything you'd like to do during your watch? You guys have left the house. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, I mentioned going up on the roof.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I fly up to the roof on the blue broom, go, God, it's a little small, but it's fine. It's fun. Do you want it? I can walk over things. I walk up.
No, it's all right.
All right.
And he'll start climbing up.
So,
and really fast, Hope, the roof itself, is it like one of those like classic sort of like triangle roofs, or is it like more like...
It's a triangle roof, yeah.
Okay.
So you'd be sitting kind of at a diagonal if you want to sit on it, but it has a, it's got the material on it that kind of gives it's easy to sit on. It has friction.
Sure.
You come here often?
No. You?
All the time. The fog is to die for, especially the tornadoes and the boat trips with random, very overly friendly individuals. I love it. It's my destination of choice. Nightmare.
Well, kind of the opposite of where I'm from, so it's unique.
You've talked about a little bit, you say limbo, and of course I did the joke where I was like, oh, limbo, and I started walking under a pole and all that, and you just went, ugh, as you usually do. But we haven't talked about it much. What's the dealio?
Depends on where you're at.
Is it nice?
Some chaos is quite nice. I think it's something that you would probably take a liking to, likely. The problem is when you can make anything a reality, selfish wants seem to take precedence. Think about it. Let's say you live somewhere we could create anything. Homes for people, a pool. What would you create? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is a utopia for people to live where they don't have to worry about anyone lording over them. That's the first thing that comes to mind. What about you?
I wouldn't create anything. I would destroy something.
What would you destroy? What's the object of your ire?
Are you familiar with the Illithid, Semleon?
Am I? I've read
Are
books,
you?
but only anything that's really been around the... I may have heard of the name, maybe, but I don't know.
You probably have not ever
Should
come
I roll
across
for it?
them.
I don't...
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't come across them. Just maybe
If you want to roll for it, you can see what the dice say. Give it a history check.
Oh, sure.
You have been around for over 400 years.
I've been around. Let's see. History. Not horrible. So it's 14 on the dice plus history, which is plus 1. So 15. Not amazing, but it's there.
So yeah, you've heard of them. You know of. You don't know in-depth history of them or where to find them or where but you know of them and what they are capable of.
Oh, there's the one that in your brain and.
Yes. Exactly
I haven't
that.
come across them before, but I have read about them. Yeah. So you want to kill them, destroy them.
And he takes his collar down to about right here, and you see the outline of this long scar. It looks like it's swollen almost. Kind of discolored, even though he's already got yellow sort of jaundiced skin. It's sort of dark brown, ring around the lower portion of his neck. I owe one in particular a great deal. I just can't seem to make purchase. Illithid and the gift go back quite a ways. Longer than even your alleged existence.
well, when you think about it, 400 plus years isn't actually that long. I mean, come on.
Certainly.
It's not that long. But, goodness. Well, so you're Gith. You know, I've never met, I've read a little bit, I mean, obviously, the histories and such, I don't get into it. It's probably a bit of a sour topic for you, but, I mean, what
Not
led
really.
you to the Prime?
Initially, I figured if one of these Illithid threatened me and my people, it's likely not something I can do alone. And many of my brethren are off on their own excursions, doing their own things that they care about. And strategically, it just made sense to find some decently like-minded folk in which to, for lack of a better term, hitch a wagon to.
And
Be patient.
I suppose we are the wheels of that wagon.
Certainly.
Maybe, possibly. If you're just... Well, you know what? This is, and I just kind of like, because we're sitting on the roof, aren't we? We're sitting on the roof. So I just kind of look through, maybe not directly, because the roof might not have any holes or anything in it, but I'm looking sort of in the direction of the group, and I just kind of look at you, Kotatar, and just say, it's an interesting group. I don't know why, but there's this certain feeling of attachment. It's only been that long, but I mean, it's not, if they were just powerful, that would be boring, but really, actually, these people are quite interesting, and a bit foolhardy, I'm
Certainly.
walking into the woods by yourself and we're in the middle of a nightmare realm is a bit, and I just kind of look into the distance where, where Reginald walked off to. But I mean, he was looking a bit blue, so I suppose he just needs a bit of time. And I just kind of
Kotatar takes one of his short swords out.
Look at
Do it.
What's that for, big man?
Sharpening. Do you recall
Yes.
when I lost contact with my colony?
A
and-
bit. I mean, we would have talked about this before, yeah.
Yes, you and David helped me out a great deal that day. Who knew Bolts found ways to block connections between the primary material and Limbo, specifically. It's actually just a side effect of their own doings, I suppose. I suppose I never did quite thank either of you for that.
It's all right. It's you just see like the physical pain going across Senleon's face, kind of going like, clenches his teeth and goes, I mean, you are one of my best friends. And he says very quietly, forget I said anything. He just clears his throat a lot of times. Yes.
Exactly.
What indeed? And kind of like straightens his cravat a bit. And I'm a bit worried about Reginald. I mean, he did just jump into a portal, and now he's walked off by himself.
I would have
It's all
assumed
right, but
physical lesson that I gave him would have been enough, but clearly not.
Well,
That's what's ironic about
boy.
what everyone's dealing with. Some of us are in conflict with an alleged destiny, others more foolhardy, others not even understanding their place emotionally.
Yes. I mean, just kind of looks at you specifically and kind of says, I understand the poignant comment, yes. I'm learning, I think. It's hard to know, really. And you just see this hard stare into the fog. When one is the subject of such a weird transition, it's impossible to be the judge of your own accomplishments or steps in the right direction. But I suppose that's what being an eclectic group of chucklefucks is for. Everyone can look after each other and call each other out. Maybe slap someone across the face, or casting a magical spell to protect them, for instance.
You got that, huh?
That's a real soft move. Oh, yes.
Is it?
Yes, you and your heart of gold.
Maybe I should have left you to the earthquake.
No, you wouldn't. Oh, I shouldn't laugh too loud at this. You wouldn't.
Good.
Also,
good thing there's not a beholder behind you. Got to save your ass again.
And I'm sure you would. And are you yours?
Unfortunately, you're right.
However, yes. I am forming some form of appreciation for this. It's, I've told you that, I've been on this journey for 20 years. Put into perspective. I know you didn't believe me for the longest time. I don't know if you do now. You're still making fun of me, but I was coddled for about 430-ish years or something like that. And that's a long time. So really, this is my big university trip, I'm away from the family. Wonderful! Isn't it great? So marvelous, and meeting people who aren't my family is something of a blessing.
Don't know if you'd pick this area for a study abroad program, would you?
It's better than where I was. And then you see that Sunman's face goes dark for a second, but then switches back to being jovial. And we have a good group. So
yes, we do.
The excursion is good, yes.
Yes, you do.
What can we see around us?
Really fast, we'll just ask. So we talked about empathy in regards to our group here. What I'm having trouble with is empathizing with this missing king.
How so?
Maybe this missing king is and the Nightmare King are the exact same thing.
It crossed my mind. It would be interesting, but
the truth is,
there's definitely a deal struck, right?
It does feel very contracty. Very too big for one's shoes. I'll be honest, though.
Things, yes.
I'm really looking forward to escalating a solution, but I don't think I really give a fuck about what happens after that.
Well, follow your lead, big man. I'll follow your lead. I don't have an empathy for this king, but it intrigues me, though, as to what went on. I mean, you think about it. The thing went into the sky because of some deal with a god. Was this king not upholding their side of the bargain as to why they were violently dragged into a portal? Or maybe that was part of the deal and it was just some time that maybe this king just forgot about. I wouldn't if I'd made such a intrinsic deal to my being, I suppose.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Who knows?
Because once we find the truth of that, we're really going to see how everyone feels.
Yes. There's a lot of feelings I don't understand around the group for the ship full of dreams. They're dreams. But, I suppose whatever makes them happy, right? Yeah.
Or sad.
Oh, well. We'll see, I suppose. But, thanks for being an ear, I suppose. I don't know what we're doing right now. Maybe it's philosophy. I think that's the word, but it's good. It keeps the mind sharp. Yes.
Otherwise, we should just spar and...
Oh, if you wish, but I think it might wake everyone up. And we do need our status in this area. True, we'll do silent. So clanging, maybe put the scabbards on our swords. Cling, clang.
Certainly.
Yes.
You're on.
So on you're off. Shall we do a perception check?
You guys have chatted your entire time away. It's gone by really fast.
A little longer. Sorry.
It's beautiful. You sit on this roof and the fog, you cannot tell what time of day it is. It's as if time doesn't even move, or there's no sun there is light. You don't know where it's coming from, the ambient light that is dispersed by the fog. No shadows have changed or cast in a different direction. But your time has passed pretty quickly as you chat the day away. And you have come to the end of your watch's time to wake everyone up, and you have not seen Reginald come back yet.
I might go check on old Reggie boy. That's all right. I know he's to leave him alone, but I mean, this is a
I'll go let everyone know. I'm sure David wants to make breakfast. Who eats breakfast? And anyway, he opens the door.
Reginald, what have you done anything? You went out and not too far into the fog, but probably a little farther than you should have. You find yourself surrounded by kind of a dirt. The sand has become dirt. There was just a moment of time where they kind of blended together, and now you're on a more dirt area. There are not a couple of trees here. They all seem to be dead. But other than that, you don't see much.
Nothing on the horizon?
There's just fog.
Just fog as far as the eye can see?
Yes.
All right, he'll head back. He's contemplated and fully shifted into his winter form now.
Okay.
His skin is all blue. He's kind of got ice or, just kind of coming from his hair and everything like that. So he heads back to the group.
You run into San Leon, who was just about to go looking for you.
Oh, San Leon, fantastic to see you. Didn't you tell me you had some aristocratic past of some sort?
Yes, it haunts me every day.
Oh, well, you should know better to have, your hair in that condition. Let me fix that for you. Oh. You should be looking your best at all times.
Yes, I did rather appreciate your look before. Why are you blue?
Oh, it's just something a Eladrin can do. We can change our looks based on the season. This is my winter look. What do you think?
It's a look.
Usually I just feel so sad when it's winter, but I know I feel fabulous.
Oh no, that's interesting. Is that a thing with Eladrin? Is feeling sad you turn wintry, or?
Yes, it can affect our mood somewhat. But I don't know, I feel great. Maybe it's this place, everything's in reverse, I don't know.
Possibly. Well, I mean, if it's working for you, right?
Yes. Yes, anyway, what's is it time for us to move on now? What do you think?
Well, it looks like David's cooking up some form of food, which I am assuming will be as good as ever. It is David's cooking, after all. But, I don't know, when we're walking back, why don't we have a chat? Yes?
Oh, yes, I love a good chat.
Wonderful. Yeah, I've never properly talked about... You talked about aristocracy and so on. And
Yes.
You talk a big game. What court are you from? Where do you hail from?
I hail from the land of Sackville. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Well, it's one of the best, yes, I guess kingdoms in the area.
Oh,
Insight check.
Yeah, inside check that.
am I inside checking it?
You are insight checking that.
All right. Insight. Yeah, sure. Natural 20. Natural 20.
All right.
Plus 4, so 24.
Tell us, Reginald, what that really meant to you.
Oh, I can see from the look in your eye that you're doubting, yes, my claim of it being a fantastic land. It is fantastic to me, but it is seen as the lower of all the lands that my parents gave to me. I am quite ashamed of that. He whispers. I would appreciate if you kept that to yourself.
My good man. I'm anything but a snitch, because snitches get cuts or I can't remember. It was something that all the little thuggy thugs from my land would say. But yes, no, I will keep it to myself, and don't be ashamed of what you enjoy, I would say. If you enjoy the land you're from, keep that close to yourself, yes?
I was not expecting such wisdom from you, to tell the truth.
Neither was I.
What about you? I mean, what lands do you hail from? Do you have a title? Should I start calling you sir?
You see he's only on kind of tighten up for a hot second. It's a land that is far off in the continent, but is make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion.
Okay.
Oh, heck the night off. We're just gonna call for rolls on.
Yeah.
All right, seek it a bit.
Is that okay? If it's not okay, it's fine.
That's a 14.
14. I'll roll just against that.
Suddenly a Tarrasque jumps out.
Well, you've told a great many secrets of your own, and I know how hard it is for people of our standing to admit to such things.
Oh, yes.
One might consider a bit lower of standards, but so, I suppose. I'm from a family that's from far off, though I don't like them, and they are not good people. I suppose you're holding a secret, so I shall tell you one of mine. My family are powerful, yes, but not good, and they are power hungry. They want to own other counties or countries through various means. I left that all behind. Truth be told, I should have done it sooner, but I have. They're not happy I left. And you know this. We came across one of my siblings. And you see sort of like this serious demeanor coming over his face.
Yes.
I suppose it was going to come out at some point, but you know, if the family is sending people after us and endangering others of our companionship, then I suppose I should start telling it. But understand, I do not tell you lightly, and I may not be able to tell you all at once. It does weigh on me. And we're still like walking toward the thing. You see, I don't know, we're getting fairly close. I'm from a family called the Hildebrands, which I don't know. You may know of. I don't know if you might know of.
Would I know that? Shall I roll?
I think if you feel, because he comes from a higher prestigious family, maybe they would know of the higher, prestigious, no prestige and whatnot. So it's up to you, I think, Senleon, how far your family is known outside of the vampiric world.
They're known, but it's like the name is known, and you might know the name, but you might not know why.
Or you don't know.
You get away from any.
Yeah, you won't know anything special about that name. You just know of that name and that it is prestigious.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, the Hildebrands. My father used to mention them, and they were quite ferocious. But that's all I know.
Your father knew well, so you would know why I left. Or at least you'll have an inkling. Well, let's not discuss this further. We're at the house now, and I can smell... Oh, that smells delightful.
You get to the house, and you see that Kotatar, in the time that this has happened, you, I'm guessing, have just awoken everyone, if you'd like to...
Right, so suddenly I went to go look for Reginald, and they seem to have walked off for a moment.
Are they coming back?
I certainly would hope so, but I'm not sure.
They are gone forever. We must move on.
No. Pour the coffee though, because I'm pretty hungry.
I love you.
And,
After the coffee.
David will roll out his David will roll out his pouch, and since they went from he didn't really have a chance to shop when they were at the carnival or whatever. He's just got just dried bread and it's rationy kind of food, but he's got just this own bag of itself that just has seasoning and stuff. So he's just trying to do something to make ration food taste good, but he also brews another pot of coffee and just starts making breakfast for everybody.
And you, Silva?
Oh, sorry. No, I was just really excited for food.
Oh, I was like, what is this? What is this?
The food smells so good, and just kind of looking over David's shoulder, kind of picking off little pieces when he's not looking. And
David would just be like, normally I forage for edible, but with the fog, it's just I'm not going into that.
Yeah.
We have no fresh meat, so I mean, it's just explaining away why it was just what it is.
It's
still
fantastic
delicious.
cook. It's still delicious, yeah.
And at this time, you see San Leon and Reginald come back. You guys do notice that Reginald is blue now. I don't know, Reginald, if they've seen you change seasons a couple times, if this is a season they've seen before. And yes, this is,
Yeah, Silva would have seen all my seasons.
sure. But anybody else?
He's in a mood.
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is something you guys can regard or not, but to know now that you guys feel surprisingly rested, you feel healed, you feel rejuvenated. You've had a really nice long rest, and you gather around for breakfast, and then you hear something off in the distance.
There it is. Okay.
You hear a little choo choo.
Oh no!
We all got so
Express.
just now. I respect you so much.
Do you have a ticket?
This is not a DM railroading. It's just a train.
Oh,
It's
I
literally
think we must head towards that train.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
some of you, you guys might recognize this. I know we didn't really discuss it in my homebrew world. There are things as trains, but you guys might.
I didn't know that, but I love it.
I know.
I love it.
I was like, oh, I did not discuss that with them. It's not a normal part of D&D lore usually, I suppose. But yes, you guys do hear a train whistle, and if you can remember, or if you think back to the chaos that had fallen before the rest, that the captain said if you head towards the train, it'll take you to the castle.
Right, like as that happens, oh good, they're back.
I just sort of float in and just kind of go, oh, does that heavenly smell? As I'm like floating toward the pot. Like,
When you're about halfway in the house, I say cheeseburger so you fall.
I was gonna do that too.
I just get up really quickly and just kind of like sit with myself and go, I put the broom over to you, Nira, and go, cheeky. And as I walk over to the food, grab a whatever the food. I don't know what the food is. The food.
We all
This
eat
is the food.
the food.
The
We will eat
food
the
is
food.
delicious. It hits the spot. You guys eat. You do it kind of quickly because you know you probably want to get going. You guys clean up, and there you are. You're done with breakfast. You're done with your rest. What would you like to do?
Now remember, everyone, it's very important to realize the potential we have. For we have trained for this.
Duval, don't go.
Duval, don't go.
All right, time.
Y'all
to
see me
pass
shaking
out
my head right when he opened his mouth. I was like, here it fucking comes. So like I was
Opens the door, walks out.
prepared this time. So for now, I will stay. But next time,
Look, I've got a one-track mind, all right?
Oh,
There it is.
Out
There it is.
of here.
Jesus. He's gone. He's gone.
Kotatar's gone forever. Let's move on.
You will warn you. Let's go.
I guess we should head for the train.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go.
I shoot San Leon. Oh, sorry. What was
You guys decide to make your way. You heard what the sound where it was coming from. You can't see anything because of the fog, but you know which direction to head. And you go.
Amazing.
So as you begin to walk off of this beach, you realize that the sand soon becomes dirt. And that dirt becomes ashy. And you notice as you're walking, every once in a while, you start to see trees. But these trees have been burnt. You're in a burnt forest. It is sparse. It is dismal. Ash is even falling from the sky, just like particles in the air. it just adds an extra eeriness to this ambience that you already have with the fog. Does
it look recent?
Yeah.
You can give me a nature check.
Well, I would love to. No, I would not love to. No.
Did you say a nature check?
I was gonna ask if I could participate in that as well.
You can all give me nature checks.
Okay. Cool.
Why has that person got a weird pyramid on their head? I don't.
Right?
So,
Nice.
Kier gives a help action.
Sure. He knows about fire.
Oh, amazing.
17.
I mean, it's a thing that the
checks?
spirits can do.
I think nature.
Okay,
Nature
so what
checks
did we
for
get? Nature.
17 for me.
17?
Yeah, 16.
22.
22.
Oh.
You guys stopped and examined a tree here or there. You know, it's when things are burnt, they're burnt. Not much else happens to them to show how long they've been burnt. David, however, you getting close, and Kier kind of points out, he says, like, look at the layer of ash that's on this tree. This must have been burnt down years, maybe even. And then he looks at a different tree and he goes, but this doesn't look like it's been burnt very long at all. It's kind of, I guess, time doesn't make sense here.
David?
Once again,
Oh, I was just asking David, do you see anything?
I mean, yeah, you can see that the trees are all burnt, obviously, but just the inconsistencies are I don't know. I don't know this place. We were on a dreamboat. But this tree over here was burned years ago. This one closer to me was burned like days, maybe. This, there's no pattern of fire that could create this kind of inconsistency. So It's one of those things like, now we know that we have no idea.
everyone make perception checks. At disadvantage.
Oh no.
The fog.
Wonderful.
Whoa!
The fog seems to thicken.
Guys. I got a really good roll.
What'd you get, Silva?
Hey.
I rolled a nat
Like a
20
me.
and a 16. So a 16.
I got a 30, 20, and a 17, so 17.
Okay. Reginald?
Well, I got a 5, and I also got a nat 1 for that original roll.
Oh
the nature
no,
roll.
buddy.
So I think Reginald's like looking at all the ash and goes and does like twirling and goes, "Oh, it's just like snow. I love it."
San Leon?
I got a natural 20, and then I got a bloody 4, so
Nice. Nira?
yes.
I also got a 4 and a 7,
Nice.
but it was a 4
Hey.
plus 3, so that's a 7 total.
4 gang.
Kotatar?
Since I've got the eyes of the eagle, I cancel your disadvantage.
You
and
did.
24.
24.
Bruh.
Bruh, looking out here with the eyes.
Sam, the Iron, and I on the side going, who's going to tell Reginald that that's making his shirt dirty?
Kotatar.
He's happy.
Once again, you know to be alert. Everyone here is starting to look at Ash, and you're like, you guys need to see the bigger picture here. And
Fuck Ash.
Hey guys, I've been trying to be a trainer for so long. How dare
Oh
you?
my god.
I'm the champion.
I forgot.
Fine.
Stab him.
That's the final boss. That's actually who the Nightmare King is. Ash Ketchum.
Ash Ketchum. You start to see a shadow off in the distance, almost following you. It's coming from the direction you guys were coming from.
Spin around and draw my bow.
It's glowing.
Eyes.
Is your
Behind us.
Oh, shing! What do you see?
Kotatar.
What do you see?
You say that, but there's no one around you.
Oh shit! I'm just getting got all night. Let's go.
You got gutted.
So
You.
go ahead.
Did a 17 see anything?
It didn't say this. Kotatar.
Okay.
Shoot!
This figure isn't necessarily moving towards you, but something about it is wiggling. And you start to hear echoes around you suddenly. Gayak. These whispers you hear, you can actually almost recognize. You can recognize their voices. It's people you've known. People, friends. Your husband. Gayak.
Is that a particular language?
You would know this as the word that the Gith use for a mind flare.
Damn!
This figure comes closer, almost smoothly moving forward, as if it is not even walking.
I fire at it.
All right. Make a attack roll.
24 to hit.
You see this, it was your bow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see an arrow just through the fog into this figure, but the figure doesn't stop moving.
Do we see his arrow floating in air?
You guys don't see Kotatar.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Way to go.
Everything's fine. This is fine.
Kotatar,
Fire
there are
again.
more. You fire again.
Absolutely.
Roll an attack.
15 to hit.
It hits, but it has not stopped moving. And now you can see there are more figures surrounding you.
I'm just like,
3, then 5, then 11. Soon, too many to count. And you just hear this in your ear. Run. Kayak. And then you hear a voice in your head. Strong. Kotatar. You thought you could run. But we found you.
I wasn't running. I've always been on my way to you.
And through this fog, you see the figure of a mind flare step forward. Tall and pending. You draw your blades. Your colony is gone.
You lie.
We do not lie.
I rush.
You rush forward.
100%.
All right. Reginald.
Oh, you got that right now. I was not expecting that. Okay, yes.
Nope.
Reginald, you were walking with your group. And then you noticed your feet starting to hurt. Are you muted?
Oh. Am I muted? Can you hear me?
Okay, no, there you go. Hi.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I just said ow.
Oh, okay. Perfect. You notice the dirt is getting in between your toes.
Oh, that's very strange.
You're not wearing shoes.
Was I wearing shoes before?
Were you wearing shoes before?
Yeah, probably.
You start to notice a stench. There's a stench and it's following you.
Is that Nira's cooking?
You also notice that you are extraordinarily hungry. You are so hungry.
Food.
You see figures in the distance walking.
My friend, anyone, food, hello.
Your feet stumble upon cobblestone. And you notice a very distinct water feature come into view as the fog begins to fade just enough for you to see around you. This water feature is in the center of Capital City.
Oh, what a delightful. Yes, I recognize this. This looks familiar.
There are people beginning to walk around. They don't pay you any mind. But again, you are so hungry.
Hello. I could. Anyone? Some crack.
Get off of me, you scum!
Oh.
People brush right past you, knocking you to the ground.
Oh. Oof, don't you know who I am?
You start to feel really weak, like you haven't eaten in weeks.
Oh.
You feel a fever overcoming you. You peasant, and he chops down 2 copper at you. Take that and get a shower.
Oh, two copper. Can't do much with this. I've got plenty of gold in my pocket, don't I? Do I?
Your pockets are empty, and even so, your hand goes right through them.
Oh.
You're
Dear.
literally
Oh, dear.
in rags.
Oh dear. Oh, this is not good at all. I look terrible. Silva.
Silva is not there.
What is happening? I will approach someone and ask, what is happening? What?
San Leon.
Ah,
Kotatar! Where are you?
Kotatar, you are here. You don't see Kotatar. You don't see Reginald, but you see the others.
Where are they? Do you know? I'm looking at all of them.
San Leon, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. That's 17.
San Leon, while you're looking around for your friend, you notice the air feels sharper. Everything looks sharper. You kind of clench your fists because you can feel this energy running through your veins. You just feel more powerful. Something about being here suddenly has made you, I don't know, feel stronger. Everything feels nicer, feels better. Your senses are sharper. Constitution saving throw. You look at Nira. You look at David, Silva. You notice the veins under their skin. You can see them. It's tantalizing. They almost glow in your eyes. Constitution saving throw.
I look at them and I sort of begin to start to realize my own feelings, and I sort of yell out. I will say the Constitution saving throw, but if you allow me, I yell out, you look... Wait, this isn't me! This isn't me! I rolled a Constitution saving throw, 21.
Give in, brother.
What? Do I recognize a voice?
You recognize this voice.
No, I left you in the dust. You're not here. You're not real. I'm not... No.
You thought you killed me, yes. You thought you did. Because you think you're so much better than us. But you're not. Give in to it, Son Leon.
I strike wildly out into the mist with my rapier, like just sort of swinging where I think I hear the sound and spinning around.
Nira.
All elegance gone.
You almost got nicked by his blade.
Hey! What
Leave
is
me
wrong
alone!
with you? Hey, stop yelling!
I killed you! As I'm
Nira.
yelling out into the mist.
You called out, but your voice did not. You, David, see Nira trying to speak. You see San Leon kind of going apeshit.
Can I try to like use Thorn Whip to hold San Leon, kind of wrap around him so he can't be swinging as I move? Try to move towards him to like kind of tackle him out of the way and like chalk some sense into him. But I want to kind of start with
the Thorn Whip. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. San Leon, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Am I also present for all of this?
You are.
Okay.
Natural.
23.
23.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, San Leon. That was a nat 1 I heard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm coming right for you, but I got a
San Leon,
23.
you can hear your companion's heartbeats in your ears. It thumps, thump, 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 louder and louder. You realize how hungry you are. Do it just a little bit. Come on, brother. Try it. Choose one. Just one. Who will you choose? You want to give
I wonder
in,
if the
know it.
cook's blood is as good as his cooking.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Or maybe a kobold. Just a little nibble.
You see Stanley starting to turn toward David. David, I assume you're rushing toward with a Thorn Whip. A 23 hits.
Yeah, it
And you
does.
see glowing yellow eyes looking at you. As you've seen San Leon look at your cooking before. But at you, specifically.
Silva,
And I pull him 10. With the Thorn Whip, I can pull him 10 feet.
do your
closer.
damage
Yeah, I will.
and hold it for me. Silva, the fog gets really thick. Really thick. I need a perception check from you.
As I am watching this unfold and seeing the fog come in thick, I'm going to yell at David, "Hey, what's going on?" And perception is 13.
Is she gone by the time she says that?
You
Like,
do
can
not
I hear?
You did not hear her say it. What are you doing here? You hear a voice from behind you.
I'll whirl around, grabbing my dagger, and see. Can I?
You see a tall figure, skin almost glowing in the light, golden eyes, a mess of black hair that matches a shadowy cloak that just billows.
I take my dagger, pointing it at them. What have you done with my friends?
What are you doing here?
We're just passing through. We don't want any trouble. But I need to know what you just did.
I haven't done anything yet.
And you're going to?
Probably, yes.
Listen, like I said, we don't want any trouble. We're just passing through. We'll
Are you
whatever
passing
you want.
through? What are you doing here in my realm?
We're looking for a king that went missing.
Adonian, you cannot have him, for he has something I want. And I will take it.
What do you want?
You want me to monologue, don't you?
I do. I do love a good monologue. They're really helpful, don't you think?
Silva, I can see into your dreams. And your nightmare is the juiciest of them all.
I don't know who you are, or what you're even talking about. I just want to get out of here. I want to get out of here with everyone safe. We don't want to get mixed up in your politics.
I think it's far too late for that. Tell me something, Silva. Do you miss him?
Of course. How do you even... What are you?
I am the bringer of dreams.
What are you bringing right now?
This. Silva! A voice comes from behind you.
I'll whirl around and look.
You see a sun elf. Long, strawberry blonde hair.
Oberon?
Silva! What's happening?
This isn't real. You're not here. You're not here.
Silva. Please.
I'm
so sorry.
To them.
He's just shadow. You run right through him.
I'll turn back to the bringer. What are you doing?
I'm feeding.
Bring them back. What are you...
Oh, certainly. Silva! Again, there he is. He stands.
I'll look over at the bringer. What is their expression right now as I'm reacting to this?
Content.
You're sick. And I'll look back to Oberon. I can't not look at them. And I want to reach out again. But I hold myself back because I can either see them, or if I try to touch them, they'll disappear.
Why did you let it happen, Silva? We were having a good time at the bar that night, and I didn't want to go home. I didn't know that... I didn't know that they would be waiting. I think you did.
If I'd have known what was going to happen, I never would have made that decision to stay longer.
But you did.
And I blame myself every day for that.
As you should. Silva, I don't get to hold you anymore. I don't get to look at you anymore. I am in a living hell. I'm trapped.
What can I do?
Kill him. Please, just turn around. Just turn around and kill him.
But I'll never see you again.
Yes, you will. I promise.
I love you. And I'll spin around and see. I'll throw my dagger towards where I knew where the
roll
person was. The bringer.
Roll for an attack.
Oof. Oh, I honestly, that's cocked. No, okay, hold on. I need a better rolling surface. Not great. A 14.
You throw the dagger. You almost, I'll say you even close your eyes as you do it, holding back tears. You look up, and there is a dagger through the heart of Oberon.
No.
Silva.
No.
Blood starts to trickle out of their mouth.
I'll run up to them and try to pull it out.
You pull it out. Your dagger is bloody. He falls they fall to their knees.
I fall with them and press my hand against their wound.
Why? Why?
I'm sorry.
Delectable.
My hands curl into themselves as I hear this voice. And I turn to them again.
There he is, standing there for you.
You want suffering? You want to see me suffer? Well then stick around because welcome to my life. And I will shoot an Eldritch Blast towards them.
All right. Does that just hits, right? Or does that need an attack as well?
Eldritch Blast needs an attack, yeah. I believe I have 2 beams, but they both fail. I got a 2 and a 3, so I don't even know what my bonus is. It's a 9 and a 10. Yeah.
Roll for damage.
Oh. Okay. Ooh, okay, that's a 2 and a 3. 5 plus my bonus. That's a 4 on each. So 8, 9, 10, 13 total force.
These Eldritch Blasts shoot out of your hands with anger and straight through your target of this Nightmare King. As he dissipates right behind him, you see a peasant in clothing that's ripped no shoes, and Damien, Reginald, you take this damage.
Oh no! No!
From where I am, I have pretty good vision. Can I tell that this is Reginald though, even in this clothing?
Yes.
As soon as I see it impact, I'm just closing my eyes. This is real. This is real.
Reginald.
Does she hit me?
She does.
How much damage?
How much was it? 14?
It was 12, I believe.
Oh, 12?
Yes.
12. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
13. I'm sorry.
13. Okay.
Mathing.
Still alive. I'm still alive.
Yeah.
You just see, if Reginald sees me, just on the ground, on my knees, closing my eyes, just, this isn't real, this isn't real.
And you open your eyes, and Oberon is gone, but his blood remains on you. And Reginald is before you.
Hello?
Silva, why?
No, stop. I know what you're trying to do. This isn't real.
It hurts. Help.
Don't say it that way.
I think I'm okay, but it hurts.
Nira,
Reginald?
we'll come back. Nira, you see your friend before you about to rage out. You see that David has thorn whipped him. And the thorn whip actually pulls him 10 feet closer to David, if I'm remembering that spell correctly. David is probably in trouble as you try to call out and nothing comes from your mouth.
Just screaming in her head.
Brother, he's asking for it. Just give it to him.
He's so suddenly on is so teetering and looking inward. He's looking at David, who's thorn whipped. I would say, is it around my waist or around my arms as well? What would you say would have happened there?
He was actively attacking Nira. Like I was doing that. I'm asking Hope.
He was not attacking anybody yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you. Okay.
I swung really close as a wild swing and almost hit.
It was a wild swing. Yeah.
He just looks like he's about to pounce on whatever's closest to him. Okay, in that case, it will be around like his waist.
Okay.
And like he's like jumping forward and yanking him back.
Okay. So Senlian, like there's an inner voice, sort of. It's like how I'd imagine it is. The eyes are sort of like going back into his own head, and he's watching through windows. His body, his voice is kind of pushing forward, and he hears his own voice echoing around him, saying, "Yes, he does look good, doesn't he?" As I'm going to, as Senlion's body is going to reach out and try and grab David by the throat in a grapple check.
Kotatar. Do you want another scar like that one?
No, I mean to pay it forward and give one to you, and then remove your head.
You were actually in the middle of an attack, weren't you?
I was charging forward, yeah.
Okay, give me.
So I say that, and then I charge for it.
As you say this and you're charging forward, give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh shit! Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Nat 19 for 19.
You feel this psionic wave penetrate your brain, rattling you to the core, but you press through it. Your body wants to seize up, and it pushes harder. Give in to me.
You fool. That worked the first time. It won't ever work again.
And you leap forward. Give me an attack roll.
21 to hit.
Hits.
Actually, I'm sorry, 18 to hit.
Still
This
hits.
is my short sword. And I charge forward with both, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll the second one as well. That one probably didn't hit for an 11.
Nope.
So 7 points of slashing damage.
You slash at this creature, and David.
Oh wait, am I the creature?
No, David.
Oh god, okay. I was freaking the fuck out.
You wake
Am I
up.
being-
You thought you couldn't breathe for a second. You look around, you're panicking, and you're back in the brick house. Everyone is asleep. Everyone.
I shout for Kier as loud as I possibly can to like manifest himself right next to me.
It doesn't happen. David, you look at your companions. They are in a deep sleep. They are jolting and thrusting, and you can't. It's like they're stuck in this sleep. And David, they start melting into the ground. The ground is taking them slowly. They are sinking. What would you like to do?
And I can't feel Kier at all.
No.
I think that I'm starting to hyperventilate and kind of panic, looking just like from each person to each person. And as soon as I see Nira melting, as soon as like she's probably like the last person that I end up seeing, I just with like everything I've got in me, try to wrap her around with a thorn nip, sans thorns, to wrap around and pull her out.
All right. So that is an attack, right? Not an attack, but you have to.
Yeah.
You have to roll to hit. Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that you're cool with doing the kind of thornless whip for 20.
You get this thorn whip out. It wraps around her arm as she is just in a sleepless daze, falling, just sinking into the floor. And you are pulling. Your thorn whip breaks. And they are sinking and sinking. What would you like to do?
I just start to panic, and I'm like stumbling backwards, like falling over stuff. And I'm just like, Kier, I can't do this. I can't do this. It's not in me. I'm not supposed to be. This isn't me. I can't. And I'm just gonna like slide over and just try my hardest to like just reach under and just pull Nira out. Like, I can't lose it all. I can't be. This isn't supposed to be their fate. And I just start like just on my knees. I'm just pulling with like everything I've got.
Give me a strength. Give me a strength roll.
I don't have that thing, Will. 11.
Her hand slips right out of yours. You fall back onto your butt. You see them sinking. David, what would you like to do? David, what would you like to do?
Okay. I think he just goes into a corner and starts just bawling and rocking back and forth. He doesn't, if he can't help Nira, if everything's failing, it's proving himself right. So, at least he's right about something as he's watching everything literally melt apart in front of him. And I don't think he has another action or thought. He's just like, kind of like the cape he's got is now being used, like almost trying to be like a protective blanket as he's like rocking back and forth, just panicking.
David puts the blanket, this cape around himself and just begins to rock, and your companions sink into the ground until they are not seen anymore.
I think at this point he doesn't notice anything. He's just it's like when you that kind of like when you get like smacked in the ears kind of thing, that just ringing. It's just ringing, and there's just heat radiating on his face, and his vision's just going like the pinprick.
David, I knew it, and I can't take it anymore. I am tired of believing in you. I'm tired of it. Because you don't believe in yourself. So why should anyone else? I am leaving.
Told you
Don't
the day
deserve
you
this. Yeah, well, you're right. And I should have seen
And
it
I'll just
sooner.
take the shield and throw it like Captain America style towards where the voice is. And I'll just be like, then fucking go. I can't. I've already lost everything. This was never what I wanted. This is what you wanted. And now, congratulations, we're both right. And I'll just kind of go back to rocking.
You guys hear a thump. And each and every one of you looks. And you all see David's shield in the ashy dirt. You look around and you see each other. But it's almost as if it had been eons since you last saw each other. It is quiet. The fog seems to disperse ever so slightly. You stand together, alone.
Shit. Fuck.
They see David's shield, but is David there?
Yeah, you're rocking on the ground.
Okay.
Nira's gonna run and grab the shield and run to David.
Reginald's going to run to Silva and hug her very, very tightly.
Yeah, I think when
Muted.
Dani.
I am, thank you. I'm taken aback by you hugging me because I didn't think that was. And I will hug you back very confused.
And so I guess when Nira comes up with my shield, oh no, I'm sorry.
No, you can keep going. I just said that she is looking at her hands, the ones she'd seen covered in blood a minute ago. And that's it.
And when Nira comes, it takes David a moment to realize that like anyone is around, and it's sort of like just because he's got like coming out of that state isn't just like a like, oh, all right, people are here. So he's like he feels her behind and just starts like grabbing and pawing at like her, yeah.
For flavor for that, since we've traveled for a long time, what is David's favorite smell? Or something really comforting to David?
Old books.
As Nira comes up, because I'm assuming she's seen you upset, she's going to start prestidigitating that smell slowly with her to try to help calm you and bring you back. As she's like, hey, you good? Hi, friend.
And he's just like clawing, like pulling down, like just into like just that kind of like pulling someone from the water when they're drowning, how much they like cling on to you.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna hug you back and like hold you real tight, and if you allow a little bit of mage hand to hold you even tighter so you feel more secure.
Yeah. And then he'll just kind of whisper, "What is this place?"
It wasn't real. It wasn't real. I couldn't make sounds. There can't be a word where I don't make sounds, so it's not real. It's not real. We're okay. We're gonna be okay. It's not real. And Nira's kind of like rocking in unison with you.
You guys all see Kotatar laughing.
Kotatar? Suddenly I'm sweating, like, and you see it's almost like he's come out of a you see like sunken eyes as well. It's like, how would I put it? It's like going out of adrenaline or like having a low blood sugar or something along that line where you just, yeah, and I just look over to Kotatar and say, Kotatar, why are you laughing?
And he's got his short swords in his hand still. Of course. That was too easy. I didn't care before, but I sure do now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, I'm going to say, is where we'll end it.
Yeah.
Good end line.
Let's go.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I'm so hoping you're going to do that.
Fucking
From the
hell.
bottom of my heart, I love you. Fuck you. Oh,
I second that.
so
To be fair,
Heard
we
that.
I was
literally did
thinking-
this to ourselves.
Literally.
I was
We literally
thinking,
asked for this.
Yeah, well.
there's not time for David.
Man.
Awesome. We won't get to it.
Sweating. I'm sweating here. I'm sweating on my back. I'm sweating.
I'm
just
sweating all over.
I'm sweaty.
I'm sweating.
I'm sweating. I need a shower.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
fucking
dear.
done.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
Thank you, everyone in chat and watching us on YouTube, everyone who is here supporting us and the channel. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this chapter. It was a tough one for us all, both mentally, emotionally. I hope everybody feels safe. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I love my players. I love this channel. I love you guys.
Love you.
I love everyone.
And we will be back next week for episode 5 of 6 of Fantastic Kings and Where to Find Them. We have so much more to get through.
Yes.
So please join us again.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Take care of yourselves.
Bye.